Hi folks, welcome to Harvey's Redneck Lawnmower Repair. Now, the first thing you do is you have somebody give you a free tractor. That's the very first thing you do. That way you're sure you have to fix it. Second thing you do is you make sure the person who gave you the free tractor leaves the seat up so you can't get any part numbers off of it. So you have absolutely no clue what parts you need for the thing when it starts getting in trouble. Step 3, cut your lawn with the blades down too low, especially the first time when there's all kinds of stuff that's sticking up. That way you're definitely sure you break your lawnmower. After that, dig up your compressors and realize that you put out more air when you pass wind than these two compressors put together. When you finally do manage to get it so that you have enough air on it and so forth, you realize that your air gun isn't worth a spit. Once again, back to passing wind. I pass wind with greater force than that air gun managed to put on the blades, on the blade bolts. So, finally, with the use of vice grips on the wide area, because you don't want to tear up the splines here, right? I held the top, and on the bottom, I used my mildly long wrench there, and managed to get it apart. And this is what I have, right? I think the spindle is still good, right? I think you guys can see my hand there. Yeah, I think the spindle is still good, right? And on top, once again, the spindle appears okay. But then you realize while you were grinding rocks, you also didn't do the pulley much good. This is not slipping yet, but we don't have too much longer here, it looks like. I went to the local lawnmower shop, where they very quickly informed me that without the part numbers, the only thing she could do is duplicate my blade. So, and I bought the blades there because they were fairly reasonable. Right, 2 pieces, $21.90 with tax, I don't know, $23 or so. And just to show you that, you know, Harvey did his best to screw the blades up. These are supposed to be the same. I think it shows off better this way. Right? So, they're really supposed to have all the same bends. And you could see where old Harvey whacked a few things. Right? That side isn't too bad, but Harvey did a good job on this side. I spent quite a bit of time cross-referencing things and looking at things. Like, once you kind of figure out what shaft this thing has in it, you can kind of come up with a part number for the tractor, or model number, whatever you want to call this. And it appears to be this 425618 by 48A, though 42 5001 by 99A seems to use similar parts. As you guys know, there's another Murray tractor in the Hoard, and as a matter of fact, there's a deck that uses very similar pieces. And the important thing is that when you have such a deck, I'm going to walk through here and end up getting a tick on me, but what the heck, you guys are worth it, right? Anyway, so I cruised around the Hoard, and I found this deck here, which, and I don't know if that's just a brake being seized on, or what the story is. This one turns a little bit. But if you look at the bolt on top, the pulley, and the whole thing on the bottom, it looks like it's more or less the right deck. So I'd have to bring this up and put it up right up alongside the other deck and see if it's the same. I mean, this part looks the same from memory. This front part, there's kind of a piece over here, though, you know, it might be different, but I just have to change that out. I'm not positive. My deck up above has wheels on it, though, and this deck does not have wheels on it. This is just purely suspended, and this is, doesn't say the dimensions on it, I don't think. It looks like a 42, though I'm not sure. So the other thing is, make sure you leave your deck out so that everything seizes on it, and then come out in the spring and walk through the bushes. That way you're sure to disturb the bees and manage to get one of them Lyme disease ticks on you. My knee was doing much better until like 5 minutes ago. What else could I tell you about Redneck Lawnmower Repair? This is where I'm at. There are a few decks available. One of my YouTube buddies here offered me a whole tractor, same thing, but it's located out in Indiana, which Indianapolis is about 800 miles, about a 12-hour drive for me, a little more, pushing it. So I'm not exactly sure whereabouts he is, but that's a possibility. For what it would cost, by the way, Bill, look what I found. But I still have serial numbers on that one. I should drag this out too. I think what it has is a broken keyway. I picked it up on the side of the road, brought it home, put gas in it, turned the key, started up, and then died. You know, went through it quickly. It did have spark, but after futzing with it and futzing with it and futzing with it, it would start up and just, you know, and then it would kind of miss, and then die. I think, once again, it's got a broken keyway. Let me just check this one more time. No, I can't read any of that. I don't know, could you guys read it? Get CSI on it or something? I mean, I wish I could pull even just a couple of the numbers off. That would help me get closer. No, I got nothing. I really have nothing. I think whatever I hit that with is just going to make it worse too. So it does feel raised a little bit. I don't know, you guys getting anything? That looks like a 1 something 0, 1 something 8. Maybe it's a 6, and the number before is a 5, and then no, I got nothing here. I mean, all I need is the 001 or 618 or -48 or -99, but once again, I got nothing here. And I do have one more Murray tractor, but the seat's been off of that forever. I'd imagine I'm not going to get any serial number off of it. The only number I did manage to get off that guy was the engine was built in 98. So it could be a 98, a 99, or 2000. My guess, it's probably around the 99. I'm calling it a 98, but it's probably somewhere around a 1999. I think that mower deck I showed you was off of this guy. And you guys can see what this model number is. 4507 X8A. So, yeah, my buddy had this tractor, and it really doesn't have too many miles on it. And what he did was, here, watch me run around with bees. What he did with this is, 99 vintage. He ran it out of oil. And running these tractors out of oil just is not a good idea. The one nice thing about the Hoard is there are other tractors you can look at. Like, I got a lot of my bikes all near each other. I'd really like to do that with these tractors. I got a go-kart here. And then there's a Kubota tractor. And then there's that Troy built I just showed you, which I think has a bad keyway. I think this one has a bad keyway also. My brother wonked a rock really, really hard, and he said suddenly it stopped running. And it wouldn't restart, so. No, Craftsman, Agway, and Craftsman. Right, that's the three that are here. You guys also see that I really needed to take in a free tractor that needs work when I already have, 100 tractors that need work. That 46-inch deck over there goes to a Sears with a hydrostatic. And let me just check one more place. Hope you guys are enjoying the ride. Right? You guys enjoy walking around the Hoard, don't you? Now this is all the Hoard of golf carts. I think that's an MTD. Yeah. I should probably stick my head underneath it and see what the blades look like. And nothing here is going to help me. And nothing here is going to help me. This is where that 46-inch deck went. And nothing, I don't think anything down here is going to help me. I got a Wheel Horse, Rogers, Alice Charmers, and a couple of Sears. This Sears was in nice shape, but they ran it out of oil and blew the engine up on this one too. I guess people like to do that. My father had a partner for a period of time, and he was in the excavation business. Oh, another mower deck. I gotta tell you, these things are 2 mower decks. Well, that one ain't gonna fit, and I think the other one looks like it's missing parts. And that ain't gonna fit. Boy, everywhere I turn, I got another mower deck too. Anyway, my father had a partner that was in the excavation business, and he would, every time he turned off a truck or a backhoe or any of that stuff, excavator, bulldozer, whatever he was using, whenever he turned it off, before he turned it on again, he would check the oil. And he was also the guy who really taught me that you fill the oil in an engine. You don't overfill it. You don't say, oh, it's only a little low, I'm okay. He says you keep the oil on the full line. Not above the full line, not below the full line. Even if you only have to add, 3 teaspoons to fill it up, he says, put the 3 teaspoons in. Your engine will last longer. And I've really followed that advice, and here at the Hoard, knock wood, and I really do want to knock wood, I have yet to blow up an engine. My father was forever blowing up engines and transmissions and all that, and he would be one, it could be a quart low, that doesn't matter. And next thing you know, the tranny would go or the engine would go. How's that for a redneck jack job? Huh? I actually own a couple of the Harbor Freight lifts, where you put the front wheels in and kind of strap the thing in and jack it up, and you get a pretty good angle on it. You get it to almost 45 degrees. But to get to them, I have to unpack that corner, and Harvey wasn't going to do that. Anyway, folks, thanks for watching and commenting and subscribing. Remember to keep your feet down, keep your head up, and get out there and enjoy all your days. Don't let any fun get by you. Make sure you have a whole load of laughs. Take care now, folks. Bye.